as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris is back with the rest of this Paladin Arena run. It ended up being a very odd deck. Just Azure Drake, Kodo, and Stormwind Champion at the 5-minute mana or more mark, but we're basically kind of just having like a lot of 4-mana stuff that's really good, like the Champion, like the Shilwyn Yeti, the Brewmaster, the Blessing of Kings, these weapons. This is all like pretty important, hard-hitting stuff. So let's go ahead and see if it can hold up against the remainder of the decks we're going to face in this arena. The first two games are quite solid. If more like them are incoming, we'll be quite happy. I'm kind of nervous though, because now that I've committed that I'm definitely going to be posting the runs no matter what, that means eventually I'll have to post a run of me losing. I've never had to do that before. I've always known that if I suck terribly, I just don't have to post it. Alright, Shoang, the Paladin. We're going to keep this because it's removal, and we're just going to keep everything because it's all freaking awesome. Alright, this is great. By the way, Iron for Grizzly, I've seen people diss on this, but it is totally fine. It's a 3/3 for 3. It's just one stat point short of what a vanilla 3-mana creature should be, and it gets a ton. I mean, the fact that it dies to Ascension Shieldmaster is not that surprising. Usually, a creature that costs 4 mana should kill a creature that costs 3 mana. Like, the Iron for Grizzly costs 3 mana, it kills the Bluegill Warrior, which costs 2 mana. So, like, don't undervalue taunts just because they're not as good as Ascension Shieldmaster. I think this is a very solid card to play with. Alright, no point coining anything out here. I mean, I could coin out the Bluegill Warrior and then place Divine Shield on it. I don't think there's really any need to do that. Let's just pass the turn. So, on my next turn, either I can just make a Paladin, a Reinforcement, I suppose, or potentially play this and kill his drop. If he plays something with 2 toughness. He played something with 3 toughness, alas. Alright. Well, here I'm not actually that thrilled about playing the Reinforcement because he can just trigger Enrage against it and become a 5/2. I mean, then I could kill it with the Bluegill Warrior, but let's instead... Yeah, let's just spend a coin here. I mean, this is such a good answer to this guy. A Shattered Sun Cleric would probably be the best play my opponent could have. He's the first player, so no coin for him. That would make this a 3/4, and he could just kill my bear, which would be sad. Then I'd probably play the Harvest Golem next and try to trade that into the Imani Berserker. But barring that one very particular card, I think I'm okay with anything else that my opponent could do here. So this is what I mean. Paladins are quite predictable with their plays. I guess he could have played an Aldor Peacekeeper and made this a 1/3, then triggered the Enrage that way. That would have worked as well. Okay, well, I think I know what I'm going to do on my next turn, unless my opponent has the 1 mana. Nope, he doesn't. Very good. So I do have a 3 mana play to make, but instead I'm going to actually play this for 2 mana. I think it's worth it. I'm going to give it Divine Shield, and then I'm going to actually just kill this guy without losing any health at all. This means that his Paladin can't finish me off, so my opponent's going to have to work to kill this guy. Can't just use your 1/1, you're going to have to bring out a Hammer of Wrath or a True Silver Champion now that you've reached the 4 mana mark. Looks like he has the Hammer of Wrath. Nope. Yes. Look at that. Papa Boris calls him like a pro. So, here I am going to follow the motto of don't let Paladins keep creatures on the board. I'm going to kill this thing. I don't want any Blessing of Mights or anything like that. In my last arena, I actually, you saw, almost lost a game because I left a little 1/1 on the board, and then all of a sudden it got like Shattered Sun Cleric, Divine Shielded, Blessing of Might, kill a creature. I had to really fight back to get into that game. So, yeah, just kill them unless you have a particularly compelling reason to leave your opponent's creatures alone. Okay, let's see what he's got for 5 mana. If he can start to apply pressure, he'll probably win, because really, my curve is kind of tapped out. Without my Azure Drake, Stampeding Kodo, or Stormwind Champion, I've got nothing that costs more than this. So if I can't start overrunning my opponent and dealing damage with the creatures that I have on the board, I'm going to actually get to be in pretty big trouble. So that's really what he needs. He just needs to drop like a Fen Creeper here, for example, and he's fine. Even Ascension Shieldmaster would just put my opponent probably beyond my reach.
Let me think.
It's unfortunate that the deck turned out so aggressive. Would have been nice to see a few higher end cards, but yeah, so that's what I mentioned before in several videos. You can't always expect to see high value creatures. Sometimes, you know, you'll see one and then 10 picks later, you still haven't seen a second one. What is he thinking about? Just play your Fen Creeper or whatever, and get on with it, bud. What is he doing? Is he thinking about whether to play? He's like wiggling this card back and forth. Are you thinking of playing a True Silver Champion but you don't want to because it's useless, just play it. I mean, if you're not doing anything else, you might as well put it on. Ah, Spiteful Smith. Well, it's a really good card. Luckily for me, it doesn't have Taunt, so I don't really care about it that much. Let's think here. I'll swing with my Senjin.
This is my responsibility.
I could use this Panda to pop my Diviner back into my hand, and then put Divine Shield on him again, but I'd actually like to use all my mana. So what I'm going to do instead is play Harvest Golem, and also a Pint-Sized Summoner, actually. Because the mana could be useful next turn. I could play this, and a 3-drop, you know? So this guy by himself, without any help, isn't going to kill the Senjin. Even if he gets help, only the Senjin will die. I will still have 6 damage on the board, and I can start trying to deal damage. It really is very much a racing kind of deck here. I just need to hope that my opponent doesn't, you know, put taunts in my way and so forth. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I can really do at this stage. Unless, of course, I draw Stormwind Champion, Azure Drake, or Stampeding Kodo. And in fact, the Stampeding Kodo and the Azure Drake, they don't even have like that big of stats, so they're not really late game creatures. This deck, actually, apart from Stormwind Champion, has no late game. I could have had a Gurubashi Berserker or an Archmage, but those aren't like really late game either. Archmage is the same stats as this guy. Okay, almost. It's a 4/7, so it's like not even that great. Now, what's interesting is you can run into my Senjin. They'll both live, but this guy will become enraged, which is kind of terrifying because then Stormwind Champion will actually deal 6 damage. Hammer of Wrath on a Pint Size. Wow, he really respects the Pint Size. But this is what I'm talking about, though. With Hammer of Wrath, it's 4 mana for 3 damage. That's like 2/3 of his turn. Like, I actually am not bothered that he did that. Because, you know, he spent his whole turn doing it. Okay, well, the fact that I lost the Pint Size doesn't actually matter, because what I really want to do this turn doesn't involve the extra mana. Or, well, that's interesting. I was going to Panda this guy, and bring him back and just put a Divine Shield on the Senjin, but I just got a new one. Huh. Well, we'll hold the Panda in reserve then, I think. Let's just go ahead and, first of all, don't let Paladins keep creatures. Second of all, Divine Shield. This is, by the way, you can see now why I drafted these guys so highly. Divine Shield is a frickin' ridiculously good ability. So I'm just trying to race my opponent out. Consecration would kill most of what I have, rather tragically. But the Golem would come back and the Violet Teacher would live, and that would be most of his mana, so I can still keep swinging for 5 damage. If he doesn't have Consecration, he's going to be in a bit of trouble. Although, a Sunwalker will do the job very nicely here. It would take me a lot of work to get through a Sunwalker. Lord of the Arena is not as bad as a Sunwalker. It makes me regret that I didn't put this Panda on the board last turn. But, it's fine. I'm okay with it. Actually, Humility is pretty good right here. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Humility on this. Make it a little bit easier to deal with. So I think what we're gonna do is the following. Yep, we're gonna do it. Oh no, I don't actually need Divine Shield. I can use this guy just to restore his health. Interesting. So, mainly, my options are as follows. I can swing with the Argent Protector, Panda him back, replay him, put Divine Shield on the Senjin, and then swing. That would be my remaining 6 mana. Alternatively, I could just play the Earthen Ring Farseer, heal up, and... oh, then I'm out of space. Aha. I wouldn't have space to make a recruit. Okay, so what I want to do instead is this. Panda. Replay him, Senjin, kill the Lord, swing, swing, swing. Okay, I think I did that right. Same deal, Consecration kills most of my stuff, but the Panda, the Teacher, the Golem survive. Equality Consecration, oh fuck, that's not good. Avenging Wrath, well that's actually just as bad, really. It was pretty much guaranteed to kill everything. Consecration was guaranteed, that was pretty much guaranteed. Well, that's definitely scary. But, well, we're gonna swing, swing. I'm just gonna do this. We're in desperation mode, we're gonna swing, play this, make a dude, and I'm actually going to put a Divine Shield on that to protect it from Consecration, and make another dude. Wow. Well, Equality plus Avenging Wrath. That is one hell of a combo. I'm lucky this survived. I mean, it was probably the best creature I had. Getting an extra 1/1 here could make all the difference when I'm trying to race my opponent out. Look, he's got 7 cards in his hand. I've got enough damage on the board to kill him, but really anything in my way, and I'm in trouble. I need my Sunwalker here for that silence. That's why you gotta have silence in your deck. So important. Shawang. What have I got? 3, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12 damage. Not a whole lot of leeway here. He really just needs any obstacle, and he's fine. Any obstacle or removal, and he's fine. Knife Juggler. Aha, that's clever. Well, let's see what he's got. Sunwalker. Oh my god, that's really good. Well, the knife went here, which is the worst possible place for him that it could have gone. See what I get to help me out here. Humility is actually not that helpful. Because all my stuff is at 1 health from that equality. Ha, funny. Well, let's think. Actually, it is helpful, because it lets my Earth and Ring Farseer survive. So I can play Humility, pop Divine Shield, Golem this dude. I've got, 6 damage, getting him down to 3 health. Or I could kill the Knife Juggler, get him down to 5 health. I think that Knife Juggler cannot be allowed to live. Alright, well, we're going to do it. We're going to do this. And the Violet Teacher surviving was kind of nice. We're going to pop the Divine Shield with that guy. Swing. Swing. Don't forget to make a Paladin. I could actually... I'm going to get greedy. I'm going to actually pop the Divine Shield to kill the Knife Juggler, which means that Consecration is something I'm more vulnerable to. Like, I will just lose the game, but I figure if I killed this Bluegill Warrior and all I had left was a Violet Teacher, I lose the game anyway. So I might as well just open myself wide open to Consecration. He clearly hasn't had it this whole time. Divine Fervor. Okay. That doesn't do anything. That's really funny. That still doesn't do anything. Blessing of Kings. Oh!
Thank you.
I see. My opponent did not have an answer. And I now understand why he had all these cards in his hand and wasn't killing me. It's because they were very bad cards. The Divine Favor can be really good, but you have to have a super aggressive deck, and not only do you have to have a super aggressive deck, it needs to be more aggressive than your opponent's. It's a very sketchy card. I'd say that it's about as sketchy as Battle Rage is now, where sometimes it's amazing, but other times it's just a load of crap and it's totally useless. Well, that was a very lucky game, because if my opponent had a Consecration pretty much at any time, he would have won. So, and also my Violet Teacher surviving was kind of important against that Avenging Wrath thing. But if he just had a Consecration to combo with it, with the equality, then everything would have died. It would have been awful. Right, no, it's not vodka, it's Vokta, the priest. What the heck? Okay. Well, here, I'll actually keep everything. You might wonder, well, why am I keeping all these 3-drops? The reason is I actually don't want to play my 2-drop. This is removal. So if I don't play this, I'm going to coin out a Sword of Justice and then play a 3-drop the turn after that and start the pump train going. Or I might just make a Recruit on turn 1. Play this on turn 3 and take it slow. We'll see if the coin's actually worth it. I am kind of inclined in this deck, because I don't have a late game, to use my coin just for pure aggression, because that is sort of important for me to, get the wins while I can. Okay, so the risk I run is if he plays an Acidic Ooze, I just pretty much lose the game, but I think I have to go for this. I'm not going to swing at my opponent. The 1 damage is just totally irrelevant. And then start playing creatures. Okay, no Acidic Ooze, that's good. Alright, I have a couple of options here. I can play this guy, he'll get pumped by the sword, which will then allow me to kill the Acolyte of Pain in one go. Or I could just play this guy as a 4/4, call it a day. Or I could play this guy as a 3/4, but I'm actually really inclined to play this, because when he's a 4/4, as we mentioned so often, the priest's shadow spells cannot touch it, so he'd need more mundane forms of removal in order to kill it. I think it's possible. I mean, 2 Holy Smites, that's not great. Would do it. Dark Iron Dwarf wouldn't quite do it. know what else could do it. That a priest might have.
I must consider.
Oh, looks like he's gonna pump this Acolytes. Oh yeah, that's a way to do it actually. Yeah. He could like play Inner Fire right now, and that would actually kill my guy. No, he's just gonna content himself with drawing a card.
Is someone injured?
North Shark back. Alright, he's gonna draw a lot of fucking cards. Jesus. Okay, guess I should have killed that guy when I had the chance. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to just play this guy. And just to get minions onto the board, I think we'll also play... Although, you know what? Divine Shield just to save a damage doesn't seem quite right. We're gonna kill the North Shark Cleric. You know what? I am gonna put Divine Shield. Because that means that the bear will survive a Holy Nova. So my opponent is getting a lot of cards drawn. He drew 2 cards off the Acolyte and 1 off the North Shark Cleric. You can see his card advantage is really massive. He's got, 9 cards in his hand? But I do have, keep in mind, 8 cards on the screen, plus I'm getting a kind of card advantage in the sense that the sword is pumping up all my creatures that come down. So I'm getting a kind of like value advantage. It's a bit of a shame I couldn't get this flesh-eating ghoul onto the board. Perhaps I should have played it instead of the grizzly bear, but I don't know. Maybe my opponent is holding a Shadow Word Pain, and this ghoul would have died. So I think it's nice to hedge my bets and have played this Iron for a grizzly. What's a bit sad is I don't actually want to panda this guy back into my hand, because he's got a buff. I don't want to lose that buff. Alright, my opponent's going to make that guy nice and big. Alright, that's good. That prevents my Blue Warrior from killing him. Oh, fuck me. God. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. So now... God, I have to run both my creatures in to kill that stupid bear because of Power Word Shield. Oh, my lord. Or I could use the durability from this weapon. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do that. That seems like the least of all evils here. So what I'm going to do is play a Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Now I have to do this very carefully. I don't want to play a Paladin just yet because that will lose up the last charge of the weapon. So what we're going to do instead is smash,
For justice.
smack, then I'm going to make a guy, and I'm going to swing. Now it's unfortunate that the Flesh-Eating Ghoul is a 5/4. I could have played it actually after running my bear, and that would have left it as a 4/4. Ah, that would have been smart, because then Shadow Word Death would not kill it. I might have made a little bit of a misplay there. If Shadow Word Death comes out, I'll be very sad. But if not, I do have 9 damage on the board here, so I could start dealing some serious hurt. I also have all the upper end of my curve cards here, which is nice. And depending on the situation, I could either panda this guy and just suck it up that I've wasted the +1/+1, or I could also suck this guy back up and then replay him if need be. Playing one of these 4 mana cards, really, actually they're all 4 mana, aren't they? Playing one of them and just making a Paladin isn't the worst thing in the world. My opponent's going to actually deal damage to the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Interesting choice here. I'm not sure I agree with that, to be totally honest. I could just play the Senjin. Risk with that is I don't actually want to leave this guy alive because of the healing thing will just kill my Flesh-Eating Ghoul. So what we're going to do instead, I think, is one of 2 things. One option is I could swing with this guy, panda him back to my hand, replay him for 2 mana, put a Divine Shield on the Ghoul, and then kill the Alkanai Soul Priest that way. I end up with a panda and this guy on the board, but he's a 2/2. Another option is I could play True Silver Champion, swing at this, waste, or throw my 1/1 into it, and then make a recruit. So I end up putting, not quite as big of a presence on the board, but I put a weapon in my hand. Well, I think I want more stuff on the board rather than a weapon in my hand, so we're going to do this. We're going to swing. So you always want to swing first before you panda. I'm going to put that guy back in my hand. Man, pandas plus those guys are so good, it's crazy. We're going to put Divine Shield on that. Kill his Soul Priest that way. And then we're going to swing. Okay. So Holy Nova would be really good here. Because it now does kill the ghoul. But it would leave my panda alive. Ah, he has an answer for the ghoul. He could still play Holy Nova, but clearly doesn't have it, or else he would have played it. So let's see what he does for 5 mana. Ah, that guy. Well, that's actually something I'm okay with because I've got True Silver Champions galore here. We'll kill the big guy. And we're actually going to play the Blue Warrior. Kill the little guy. Basically, what I don't want is him running this guy into my panda and then playing a Holy Nova and killing everything I have. If he wants to kill this guy, he has to work for it. He has to play like a legit Shadow Word Death or something like that to actually kill it. Now, if my opponent has no taunts, he's going to be in serious ass trouble because I can start using these weapons as burn. Between the two of these weapons, I have 12 damage incoming. That's good for me because that is not a taunter. Uh-oh, that looks like Shadow Word Death. Oh, I see. It's going to make my guy do a little bit less damage. It's fine. Whatever, man. Okay, well, let's take a quick look at what I draw before we make any commitment decisions. This would have been actually really good if back when this guy was a 5/4, so that I could have, like, killed this thing. Now I can't kill that thing without also throwing in my guy. Let's think. I could
Let me think.
swing with the little dude, finish it off with the True Silver Champion, swing for 6 damage. Or I could just go balls to the walls. I could go 1 plus 4 is 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Oh boy, am I close enough that I can just leave this stuff alive? I have an instinct that I could play this as a taunt in the way. Maybe. Seems a bit risky. I'm going to hedge my bets a little bit. I'm going to kill his bigger creature. But I'm going to leave his little creature alone. I'm going to play that to hide behind. And I think I am actually going to do... no, I'm just gonna play another creature. Trying to put as much damage on the board as I can here. So we got 3, 6, 8, 12. 16 damage. Heal's not going to be enough. He has to kill at least one of my creatures to keep on going. Shadow Word Pain would be great. It would kill my Senjin. And then he could also use this Alchemist to kill off my 2/2. A Sunwalker would also be tremendous. It would just block everything up. He's going to give it +3 health. Very good. But it doesn't actually save him because my Senjin's alive. I think my opponent just loses. So he's basically, I guess this was, I'm assuming this was his best play, so he's playing towards his outs. He's gambling that I have no ways of dealing an extra point of damage. But, unfortunately, I do have a way to do that very thing. So that's going to be the game. Alright, he's going to concede. Throw down the well-played Vodka. That's such an annoying name! I want it to be vodka. I'm Russian. I love vodka. Alright, we got 80 gold just for playing in this arena from the daily quests. That's pretty good. I love getting that double duty on the dailies. When you can pull that off, it's nice. Now we're up to 4 wins, so that's pretty good for a Paladin deck with no late game. Every single one of those games, though, we've been a little bit lucky. This is partly why I don't like playing quote-unquote aggressive decks. You really can't play an aggressive deck without getting, and win without getting lucky. You could say, of course, abstractly that you can't play any deck without getting lucky, but I think that more rounded decks that have a middle game and a late game, you can get a really great draw where it's like, almost no matter what my opponent would do, I'm going to have a great game. Whereas with aggressive decks, it's like, well, if my opponent has this one card, I just lose. Windrunner, that's a cool name. I think... Warlocks, I'm not going to keep Humility. I might regret that. It is like my quote-unquote removal, but I think it's just unlikely Warlocks are going to play anything down too soon. But I'm going to want a Humility, so we'll just play on without it, see how much I regret it. So obviously next turn I'm going to be playing the Pint-Sized Summoner. You know, oh, whoa, okay. Well, that's a bit different. Alright, we're going to play Noble Sacrifice. My opponent has got to know that that is a Noble Sacrifice, because that's the only playable Paladin secret. He's going to go for it. Wow, he's going to clear it out. Alright, I'm fine with that. This preserves my Pint-Sized. And I can play Harvest Golem. I could play Pint-Size actually on turn 3, and then try to squeeze a Azure Drake out on turn 4. That's an interesting gamble. We'll see what my opponent plays. Looks like he's got something here. Succubus. Ah, okay, it's a very good card. Well, no, sorry, I don't like that card at all. It's a bad card. He threw away his coin, which is nice to know. Alright, this I think is the time for the Sword of Justice, followed by the Pray They Don't Have Acidic Swamp Ooze Gambit. Bit of a slow start for sure, but I could play the Harvest Golem now. It's a 3/4 that trades with the Succubus and with the Panther. So I'm fine with it. Alright, I'm not using up all my mana. I could play Pint-Sized Summoner and this guy, which is interesting. Then put a 3/3 and a 2/2. Just use the Pint-Sized Summoner as a 3/3 and try to trade with the Succubus. Problem is, he could run the Succubus into the 2/2, and then the Panther into the 3/3. I could then swing at the Succubus. Actually, I think I'm okay with that. Let's use up all my mana here. I'll pass the turn. So what I'm guessing he'll do is one of two things. Either he's going to go Balls to the Walls Aggression and hit me for 8, which is actually significant. It knocks me down to 18 hit points. But then I can Pine-Size into that, and this into the Panther. Unless, of course, he has removal, which, you know, changes everything. Soulfire, alright, he's going to discard another card. Well, he's just discarding all his cards here. But now he can kill off the Silverhand Recruit. Another Flame of... Holy crap, he is really got an aggressive deck. Jesus! That is some serious ass aggression. I don't have a Consecration. I never saw any Consecrations. Oh shit. This could be really bad. Well, I need to kill his creatures, so we're gonna do this even though it means getting hit. And I'm gonna, again, just try to put more stuff onto the board. The more I put on the board, the easier it is for me to trade. Okay, so we've used up this sword. My stuff can trade with all of his stuff. He's basically out of cards, although he can, of course, keep drawing. And I am low on life. He's hitting me for, Jesus Christ, 10 damage? I'm down to 8 health. Whew. Alright, I guess he thinks of himself as being under pressure, or else he wouldn't have made that trade. He let me keep my creature alive. Well, I really don't have time for this Blessing of Kings, because, I mean, I could actually. Let me think about this. No, I need to kill the maximum amount of his creatures that I can, and the way that I do that is not Blessing of Kings. Because if I do this, I can kill his Kodo. He's still hitting me for 6, down to 12. What I'd rather do instead is run my guy in, kill that, play True Silver Champion, kill that, play another 1/1. And then he has an ugly choice. He can either leave my 1/1 alone and swing at me for just a piddly 3 damage, or he can kill the 1/1 and then let the True Silver Champion finish him off. I think that's the most likely plan to win. I am in trouble though. I mean, he can get me down to 8 health. With such a low amount of cards, it's going to be a little tricky for a Warlock to burn me out when I'm at that amount of health, but he can just keep drawing every turn because he's at such high life. This deck really out-aggressed me, which is kind of impressive considering how low my curve is. That is a pretty fantastic answer. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I think he's just going to win. I can't slow him down. I don't have any Consecrations. I never saw them in the draft. Well, that's a pretty good answer. And we're just going to buff the crap out of this. Obviously, Siphon Soul would win my opponent the game. I take no net damage from this move because I healed 2 and then I took 2. So it's a kind of a, does my opponent have a Silence, in which case he wins, or does he have a Siphon Soul, in which case he wins, or does he not? So he's drawing, trying to find that Silence. He just, oh my god, that was a windmill. Oh no, I guess he played it so fast, I thought like it must be something good. But it was just a River Crocolisk, okay. Man, if he actually doesn't have an answer right here with an Ironbeak Owl, that's really the only thing that could deal with this.
I can taste the
I might be able to sneak a win out of this game. Okay. The Panda, not the most useful card right here. So I can play the Stormwind Champion, then I'm only putting 1 creature on the board and I'm not using the True Silver Champion. I can play the True Silver Champion, but then, I can't play my Azure Drake. I'm 1 mana short of being able to play them both. So either way, I'm only putting 1 more creature on the board, but the True Silver Champion plan lets me kill one of his creatures. Stormwind Champion makes us an 8/8. I could kill this and be at 5 health. He could then like throw 2 creatures into it. It's a tough call. If I hit this right now, I'm going to be at 4 health. Yeah, I think I want to do True Silver Champion. So I actually gain a life by smacking that thing. I'm going to kill Kodo. I make a Paladin, and I'm actually going to play this Panda. This is a bit of a waste of the Panda, but I think putting this guy on the board is important because he can actually trade with both of these other creatures. Alright, so again, we're seeing if my opponent has a Siphon Soul or a Silence. He'll draw another card, of course, if he doesn't have either of those things. I'm trying to find an answer. He could also have that, like, 5/7 Charger guy. If he has Mortal Coil, that would be great for him. Looks like he has a Demon Fire. Alright, that's also fine. What else does he have for 4 mana here? How much more pressure can he put on?
We must
That's
cleanse the
pretty...
sun well.
Alright, he's getting really close. I'm almost at burnout range. Divine Shield. Wow, that's good. Can I spare the mana for it? I think I can. Am I going to play Stormwind Champion? No, actually, I don't think I'm going to play Stormwind Champion. So what we're going to do is the following. I'm going to draw a card, because you always want to draw cards first. See if I can get a taunt. Alright, no taunt. But Humility is actually quite good here. So what I'm actually going to do is Divine Shield this. Let's kill that thing. I'm actually going to Humility this thing, so that I can kill it with True Silver Champion and take 2 less damage. I think every point of damage is significant. Now I could play this guy, but I'll have a mana left over, so I might as well just make a new one. And pass the turn. Well, my opponent could win fairly easily. Actually, 6 mana? How do Warlocks deal 6 mana? He can Soulfire, deal 4. The charging guy would make him lose his other card, though. Frost Elemental. Well, that's a way to win, because it's threatening to deal some serious damage, and I actually don't have enough damage to kill him at the moment. Luckily for me, I have Stormwind Champion. Let's play the OP Divine Shield Granter. Boink, boink. My opponent could still win, so don't, like, get too excited here. If he has Hellfire, he could play it, deal 3 damage to me, then play the 5/7 Charger, or really any Charger, like a Wolf Rider. Actually, yeah, Wolf Rider would do it, Argent Commander would do it. Since I don't have a taunt here, I'm in a precarious position. Okay, now it's a little bit harder. Wolf Rider plus... Oh man, I thought he was going to win. Alright, good game. That was a really close one against Windrunner, the hyper-aggressive Warlock. And, imagine that game from his point of view. He drafted a super aggressive deck. I held him off. He needed to absolutely have like a particular card at a particular time to win. When I dropped that 7/7 bear on the board, he didn't have it and he loses. It's just such an annoying feeling when you're playing a deck that's like so precarious. One of the things that I like about playing the slower decks is that you always have lots of cards in your hand because you're not playing everything out. So oftentimes it's just more likely that you'll have, more options and more ways of dealing with stuff and so forth. Sora Star Z, the Paladin. Alright, what do we have here? Well, this looks like a good curve, 2, 3, 4, but it actually isn't. Because you don't want to play this on turn 2, and you don't want to play this on turn 3. But I'm actually going to keep this hand. Because I have removal, and I actually, as a Paladin, do not mind just making 1/1s. Until there's something better to do. Like, I would hate as a warrior to keep a hand where all I'm doing is armoring up. But, no, not well played. God, Jesus. It always says well, and I see the well. I want to say well met. There we go. Alright. We said the right thing. Fairy Dragon. Alright. Well, this is a little bit awkward. There's no point coining this guy out because it'll just die. And this guy, I really don't want to waste that ability. So we will just make a 1/1. It's a shame I don't have any Shattered Sun Clerics here with which to buff this and kill the Fairy Dragon next turn, but can't have everything you want. Demolisher. It's going to ignore my 1/1. Wow, it's a ballsy move, son. Ballsy move. Okay, well, I think it behooves me here to coin out the True Silver Champion to deal with that before it gets out of control. And if he wants to leave my guy alive, I'll leave his guy alive. I mean, he could, of course. Can this be targeted by... I think this can be targeted by friendly spells, so you can, like, buff this up and do crazy shit, but I can't kill it anyway, so nothing doing on that front. Next turn, I still can't buff this guy, but I will probably True Silver Champion. Oh no! That guy. That is unfortunate. He's still letting me keep my guy around. I don't think that's a good move. Okay, well, these guys are just not really that great here. So we're going to drop the biggest body we have. And, yeah, deal 4 damage to that thing. No point running this guy into it whatsoever, so we'll just pass the turn. I would say my opponent won this opening. It's up to him now to press the advantage, and he could start doing very, very well for himself here, depending on what he's got. That is a very good move. He gets to kill my Chillwind Yeti and leave a 4/4 around. I don't really have any good thing to do right now. Blue Warrior could trade with the Mogushan Warden, I suppose. And I could heal up, but this is just so sad. 4/4 just crushes my 3/3. We'll actually, I think, play this guy. Yeah, it doesn't use up all my mana. Alright, I'm gonna just use up all my mana. We're gonna play this. It holds up against this 4/4, draws me a card. I actually have a little bit more than I can spend, but still, you know, getting some answers like this may be nice. Uh-oh, True Silver Champion. That's a pretty good card. So my opponent's smacking me for a good, you know, 5 damage a turn here. Blessing of Wisdom. Oh, jeez. That is going to get him at least, like, 3 cards. Oh, fuck. That is terrible. I need to draw my other True Silver Champion right now. Nope. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do this. And this. We shall do that. And I think this is a fitting thing to humiliate. He can still get a card by smashing into me, but at least he is going to have to take 4 damage to the face if he wants to kill this ghoul. Which, by the way, would be the absolute correct move to kill that ghoul. Yeah, my opponent knows what he's doing. Oh my god, that blessing of whatever wisdom. It's not a great card, but in situations where you're ahead, it is actually pretty spectacular.
For the crusade!
Oh jeez. Wish I were a shaman with Earth Shock. Oh god. Well, here's where we wish we had Consecration, and don't. I really can't play this guy at all. What we're gonna do here, I think, is just play this,
Attention, class.
and basically we're just gonna be a little bit obnoxious. The Divine Shield can pop against this, but he doesn't have any really great way to pop my own Divine Shield right now. I guess he could run the Dark Iron Dwarf into that, but that was just the best I could do. So hopefully this guy will stick around. So Violet Teacher and I can play the Shadow Sun Cleric and finally kill this dwarf who has drawn like 4 cards off of the Blessing of Wisdom. Oh my god. My opponent should have like 1 card in his hand right now. Well, 2 if you count the Blessing of Wisdom itself. Yeah. Well, what has he got here? Consecration. Oh, of course he has Consecration. Of course. I never see a single Consecration. Saved my life, but he's got it. He's actually going to run into that, which is sensible. He draws a card, lives to tell about it, and then the Panther can finish me off. Keeping the Divine Shield on Scarlet Crusader. He still has 4 mana to play. Oh, Jesus Christ. This guy is just drawing him an extra card every turn. It's like a Mana-Tide Totem here. Oh boy, this is ugly. I don't know if there's any way to come back from this game. Stampeding Kodo. Oh god. Well, 50-50 odds. Let's do it. Nope! Not a chance. I think it's time to play this thing. I need to get that healing in while I can. The amount of cards this guy got. This Dark Iron Dwarf was insane. It buffed up his Fairy Dragon, let him kill my Chillwind Yeti, and then it drew a bajillion frickin' cards. Ugh, that hurts. Well, my opponent has massive card advantage, board advantage, he's to play. My deck just has no late game. This is it. We're looking at it, so I really don't see how to come back from this situation. I needed to have a True Silver Champion like 10 turns ago, and then I would have had a chance. But let's see what he's got for me here. His deck might be similar to mine. He's not playing that much aggressive stuff. I actually have seen all 3 of my quote-unquote late-game cards. The Twilight Drake, or the Azure Drake, the Kodo, the Champion.
I must move quickly.
Alright, well, let's see what he wants to do. Oh, he's got a Stormwind Champion, too. Okay, that's actually really bad. He's gonna draw a card. He's gonna actually work out. He's making Lane smart. He's like, well, I've got such terrific card advantage. No reason to rush things. Let's just take it easy. Yeah, we're just gonna concede. There's just no coming back from this. Wait, I want to say well played. Yeah, hey. Yeah, there was just nothing I had that could win. If I had a Consecration, I would have kept playing, but there's just nothing. Alright, anyway, that was a pretty good run. Yeah, my opponent had a solid deck and a solid draw. I think with a better draw, I could have beaten him. I did keep a kind of weird hand. But it was the the Fairy Dragon into Dark Iron Dwarf with a Mogushan Warden for protection into the Blessing of Wisdom that really did it. And I gotta give my opponent credit, because I would not very likely draft Blessing of Wisdom. Most of the times when I see Blessing of Wisdom, it's like my opponent's losing. He puts it on one of my creatures to like discourage me from attacking, and I'm like, I'm still gonna attack because I'm crushing you, and it's just not been that amazing. That's the only time I've ever really been blown out by that card. Urzengel. Okay, well, let's go ahead and keep the True Silver Champion, pass back the Stormwind Champion, keep the right champion. Here, we're gonna actually play the Panda on turn 2. Maybe. We'll see what my opponent does. I might just play a Recruit on turn 2, because with a Shattered Sun Cleric behind a Recruit, it's like a 2-2. I can do some pretty good damage, and I might want to keep the Panda around, like, say, to pop my Shattered Sun Cleric back up. Alright, well, that is a play for the ages. Really don't think that's a very good card. I'm not going to coin out a Recruit, though. I am going to gamble that this extra couple of damage I'm taking is not going to matter. Alright, River Crocolisk. Okay, that's a little bit scarier. This actually is going to make me play the Panda. I'd like to trade against that Crocolisk, a Saparuni. And then next turn, I'm actually probably going to coin out a True Silver Champion to kill off this Hawk before anything crazy happens, like he, buffs it up. Alright, he chose to trade, which is a very interesting choice. If he's playing so aggressively, like with stuff like this, he really should just swing past me and count on me to trade, although maybe he thought, you know what it was? The Panda could actually have killed this Hawk, because Wind Fury creatures are bad. And maybe he didn't want that to happen. So let's kill that. There's a small chance I'll draw a Stampeding Kodo and play it. Actually, that's not for 2 more turns. Yeah, even if I draw Stampeding Kodo. That's the only way that I have of insta-killing this Acolyte. I have a tough decision to make. This is the biggest guy I have, but if I play him, I waste the potential of maybe getting a really good effect later. But I think I'm going to play him. It's important to just get that big guy down. Ooh, Bluegill Warrior. That kind of changes everything. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Kill this Animal Companion. Swing here, like a Paladin. Faster. I'm just trying to, hang in there. Got lots of good 4-drops behind this. My opponent seems to be playing a really aggressive deck, so I'm not... I mean, of course, every aggressive deck's going to have some late-game cards, but, this is a 5-4. It's kind of big. And I can pop this guy back also. Starting buzzer. I imagine he's got to have a beast behind this. Yep. He's playing the lots of beasts deck. Does he have like a Timberwolf? No Timberwolf. That's too bad, sir. Well, what I think I'll do is just buff this guy. Bing. Make another one. That's turn.
Reporting for duty.
So the buzzer basically paid for itself, but he's playing with a lot of subpar cards. A couple of these. He played like 2 generic beasts. He played the Wind Fury Hawk. He really just took all the beasts he could. I can see that. Okay, so he's getting me down pretty low in life. Gotta respect that. I'm 1 mana short of being able to play this and the Grizzly, which is a bit sad. I'm actually going to True Silver Champion, though. I really want to make sure that I kill that guy as soon as possible. Alright, so let's see if my opponent can keep the pressure up. He does have 5 cards. I have 5 cards. I have a weapon and a 1/1, but I don't have very much taunt. It's just this guy. So I've got the Peacekeeper to weaken his stuff, and I've got this guy to block his stuff, but that's about it for my tricks. The Peacekeeper is actually a very good Panda target. It makes me wish that I still had my cheaper Panda. Oh my god! This is going to be really good. Oh jeez. Oh my god. I am really happy to be alive. I am... Wow, I can actually kill it. That's funny. But no, we're going to go ahead and just do this. And... I am going to avoid spending 1 of my mana just to put that guy in the way. Swing. We're going to keep this True Silver Champion, I think, on hand, because I'm sure my opponent has more cheap cards. And what's really amazing is he can't play minions, and he also can't suicide this guy. So he's going to have a really hard time putting stuff on the board. He just spent 7 mana making a Gnomish Inventor. That's great. Okay, well, let's go ahead and think here. I could smash this thing, play Stampeding Kodo, smash that thing. I think that's really good.
For justice.
Another option, though, would be to leave this guy alone, let him, kill himself against my bear. Because he desperately wants this to die, so his minions don't cost more. And then keep the option of doing the Peacekeeper again with the Kodo to kill anything he might play. That seems like a safer move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this thing. I don't lose any health. I gain 2 and then I lose 2. I'm going to ignore that guy that he has. Then I'm going to play the Panda, put this guy back into my hand. And now, since I don't have any spells, I think I'll just make a Chillwind Yeti. That's a turn. So I have a high enough life total plus a taunt that my opponent can't, like... I mean, it would be very, very difficult for my opponent to Zerg me down in one turn. Even with Unleash the Hounds and all that jazz. And if he does play, like, one random big thing now, I can Peacekeeper it in Kodo, which is a combo I have never considered before. You reduce their attack to 1, and then you play the Kodo and it dies. This will kill... Actually, this will kill... This combo will kill anything in the game. Yeah. It won't stop death rattles, which is the only weakness of the combo, but it will kill anything. Alright, he didn't have a beast comically enough for that thing, and he didn't have a spell for that thing. Okay, well, let's go ahead and think very carefully here. I think what I'm actually going to do is just kill his stuff just to be safe. So the best way to do it, I think, is to put the Divine Shield on that guy, use the Chillwind Yeti on that guy, swing, stop all that stuff. We'll do this, this, this. I'm going to make a Golem. So an explosive shot would kill my Taunter, these two things, and this guy, which is kind of sad. But, barring that, I'm in pretty great shape here. 3, 7, 8, 11, 16, 18, 20 damage. Kill command. Wow, that's desperation move, definitely. Why is it killing that guy, I wonder? Does he have a charger for my other stuff? Oh, I really forgot to play around Explosive Shot. I should have put my biggest stuff on the edges. Oh no, Faceless Manipulator, I see. Okay, well I'm fine with that. I think do I win? Let's do a quick check here. 3, 7, 3, 7, 3, 7, 8, 13, 15, 17. Oh my gosh. And I can't quite do enough damage to finish him off. Well, I think we'll do our combo here. Save the Peacekeeper for later. Oh god! I don't have room to play the Stampeding Kodo. That was silly. Well, we'll just make room, I guess. Okay, well, we're in pretty good shape here, and yeah, that'll do her. That'll do her pretty good. Although I think with 4 cards and 10 mana, a Hunter could theoretically deal 13 damage. He must not have had any parts of the combo there in place. Okay, we're up to 6 and 1. This is actually one of the strongest Paladin runs I've ever had, which is interesting because I feel like this deck is very, very vulnerable. There were probably 1 or 2 games I would say that were very, very lucky for me, like when the Warlock didn't have an answer for my 7/7, and when that one Paladin never had any consecrations. But I guess maybe, you know, having lots of tricks up your sleeve is good enough. Alright, Mr. Crowley. Well, I'm actually going to send back this sword, and the reason is it's a bit of a vulnerable move early in the game. And let's see if we can get some earlier drops here. This is a removal card, so I do want to keep it. Oh, this is not a good... This is a very bad draw. Crap. This is way too early to have those. Although I do have the combo, but it's just too early. Man, it's too early. I actually don't know if this works against light spawns either. It might not. Because light spawns have an ability, your attack is always equal to your health. And if it changes the attack to 1, I don't know if that will override it. I know that when Dark Iron Dwarfs buff a light spawn, it actually fails. But that's giving them +2, it's not setting their value. Hard to say. Well, my opponent's doing a really nice job, actually, of frustrating me from using my guys. Because I can't quite kill this thing. This would be just a total waste. Alright, we're going to kill the Young Priestess. That's a free kill, basically. And I'm going to play this guy. So I waste a point of health, but this is actually the most sensible thing to play given the board. It trades with both of his creatures, basically. Shadow Word Pain would, of course, kill it. As Shadow Word Pain so often does, but I do have the Kodo to look forward to in a couple of turns to kill one of these little things. I would actually hope he doesn't have Shadow Word Pain. That would be nice to kill that guy so that the Kodo can hit better. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. That is pretty solid. It's gonna trade it off. Fair enough, fair enough. Shattered Cleric. Oh, I don't have anything to buff. Oh, wait! Nope. This plus Shattered Cleric is 5 mana. Not quite enough to kill that. This is a total waste. Fuck. This is bad. I don't have any good place to make here. You know what? I have a Humility in my back pocket. I'm just going to play this as a 3-3. It's a waste. It's a waste. But, I could maybe Panda it back later. Got 2 Pandas in here. And I just really need to do that. And I need to put some presence on the board or else I'll fall really far behind. That's a really good card right there. He's playing a lot of Chumper. He's played at least 2 1-drops. He's got a lot of little Chumper nuggets. Thought Steal. Oh man, he can get some really good stuff. Crap. Alright, well... Panda's too late. Well, let's play the Kodo. Yeah, killed the bigger one. That's nice. Fast turn. So I'm temporarily ahead, but this is all sort of weak here. If he has any sort of decently sized cards, or if he stole like one of my True Silver Champions or something, I'm going to be in rather serious trouble. Oh my god, what is it with these? This is the second priest in this arena who stole True Silver Champion. Baloney nuts. That's what I have to say to that. Alright, he's got 1 mana left. Voodoo Doctor. That's the third 1 mana creature that he's played. Alright, Spellbreaker, not super great here. I'm just actually going to use this to kill his Voodoo Doctor. I don't want to waste the Panda. I don't want to waste this. So what we're going to do is play this guy. Throw him under the True Silver bus. I mean, all this stuff dies to True Silver Champion, so I might as well use that thing. And then hopefully one of my creatures can stick around so I can actually, like, buff it and stuff. That would be pretty nice. The Panda's actually really good with both of these creatures. That's kind of cool. Sadly, my Kodo died, so I can no longer use the Humility Kodo combo. He stole my Flesh-Eating Ghoul. God damn it. Oh, Jesus. And he's also... God... lame. Oh, lame. Well, he's gonna kill my Bluegill Warrior now. Oh, no. This is terrible. Yeah, this game is just... I just have all, like, the wrong cards. True Silver Champion! I take it all back. I have fine cards. My cards are great. Alright, this can go suck a dong. Don't want to Humility that? No, not really. Do you want to play this? Sure.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
We'll swing there. Fast turn. Mostly this was just to get the 3-3 down on the board. So technically, card-wise, I'm doing fine, but we're all entering the late game, so he just needs to start playing big creatures and win.
Is someone injured?
North Shark, wow, this is like the 4th 1-drop he's played. He is just all... Oh, no, there's the... That's a pretty good card. Well, this is why we have Humility. It is a pretty good card. Let's go ahead and think. So this just trades with that. So what I'm actually going to do is the following. Let's kill this thing. Let's kill that thing. I don't want to play Blessing of Kings. It's just vulnerable to silence. Let's play that.
Reporting for duty.
I don't want to silence that. I could play this just for the body, and then if I need the actual silence, I can Panda it back. Okay, we'll do that.
Your magic shall not.
So I'll silence my 1/1. Pass the turn. And then if I need to silence, I'll Panda him back, and hopefully he won't be dead by the time I need to silence. Other than that, hopefully one of my creatures will survive, and I'll be able to Blessing of Kings. I guess the Shattered Sun Cleric, maybe? And start swinging at my opponent's fat, ugly face. If my opponent has a silence, by the way, this turns into an 8/8, so killing it might not be the worst thing in the world. Oh my god, I left myself wide open to Holy Nova. That was not smart. He could just smack into this. Holy Nova, that would kill everything. I'd lose the game. Alright, better... Oh, jeez. What? Why? Oh, he just wants to put a 6/6 on the board. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, that's nice. Let's see what I get to help me out here. That is a little bit helpful. Let's see, I could Blessing of Kings on this. That would make it a 3/5, so it'd still die to that. I really would like to hit this for 2 damage. I could Panda the Shattered Sun Cleric, buff my 1/1 to 2/2, smack, and then... Oh, that can't be right. This would become a 4/7? And then it would die. It would become like an 8/7, but I could kill this, but then it would die. You know what, actually, I think I want to do? I think I just want to do this. I'm gonna swing this. Let's actually, play True Silver Champion. Just to have it. Do I want to just ignore him? 7 plus 4. It's 11, 12. He'd go into no.
Push forward.
I'll kill that. I'll hit that thing.
The battle.
Kill it. Swing by. You know, I'm really not sure I made the best play there. Because he now gets to kill my Spellbreaker. What I'm hoping is that he's not actually going to want to kill the Spellbreaker, because it's like, well, this is the bigger threat, you know? So maybe he'll, like, kill this thing with his Temple Enforcer to do the trade, and then I can Panda the Temple Enforcer back. No, he's going to kill for it. He's going to go for the greedy thing here and try to get the double trade. But he's got to figure I'm going to smash it with my True Silver Champion after it's down to 2 health. Nope, he's not having any of my mind games. Uh-oh, that was my one silence in the deck, so I could be in serious trouble here. Let's see.
Give me a quest.
Questing Adventure. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Well, alright, he's not questing it up or anything.
Justice.
Alright, we'll do this. We'll smash that thing. I'm not going to give this time to get any bigger, so we'll kill it with my creature. Play that. Play that. And I'm going to gamble that this will survive. Holy Smite will finish it off, of course. So will Shadow Word Death. So will Holy Nova. But if it can survive for just one turn... Mountain Giant! Jesus! Well, I can actually kill that. Let's see. First, let's draw a card, because you always want to draw cards first. Oh, that's really good. Alright, I'm actually going to play this. And this. We're going to play on the edge here. Swing, swing. And I'll hold on to this weapon for now. I might need to use it to finish off the Mountain Giant. Or that. Lightwell. Okay. That's a bit scary. It's gonna kill off my Grizzly. What did that poor Grizzly ever do to you, buddy? Can I kill my opponent? What have I got here? Well, see, he's still got 4 mana. He's gonna heal. I don't think I can deal 16 damage. So I can kill the Mogushan Warden with my Shattered Sun Cleric here. Then I've got 3, 7, 8, 9, 13 damage. I could Panda this. 14 damage. Oh my god! He didn't heal himself. I think I win.
Push forward.
Swing, 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 swing. I mean, this is, you gotta admit, I mean, playing against the Paladin, that was a hell of a ballsy move. Oh my god, I attacked with everything. Shit, I was supposed to wait on one of these creatures, and then panda this back, panda this into my hand, play it back, buff, and then attack with 1 extra damage. That was unfortunate. Jesus. Okay, that was a mistake. Let's go ahead and take that back into my hand. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I was just talking too much, and I lost track of time. Okay. Well, okay, heal up to 4. Oh god. I swung with everything. You have to think about your order. I should have swung with this, panda it, replay it, then swing with everything, and then win the game. If I lose the game now, I totally deserve it, because that was ridiculous of me. I might still win. I mean, my opponent doesn't have that many answers here. Okay, so like I said, I guess I still win the game, but that was very, 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 very silly. Alright, we made it to 7 wins after a horrendous blunder, and we're gonna be in the money with our win or lose Paladin run. My last couple of Paladin runs made it to 7, and then I died. I think I crawled to 7 and then died. I'm not sure if I was ever at 7-1 and then lost 2 in a row, but we'll see if that happens here. So at the end of each of the arena runs now, when I show that preview at the end, barring technical difficulties, that will be my next video, win or lose. Now, if I lose a whole lot, I might stop doing that and start posting good videos again, but this way you will at least get to see me lose sometimes. Psycho Bill. Okay. Well, this is an awkward hand. This is early for humility. This guy I'm not super thrilled with, but these cards, I mean, they're fine. This is a wall. This is a removal. I'm just going to keep it and count on my draws to give me my other plays. I think the other thing is, like I said, I'm just not that... I just don't mind as a paladin making these 1/1s. 2 mana. It just seems like a totally fine way to use my time. Now, I drew my humility back, which is unfortunate because I got 2 weapons here. This weapon takes a little while to get used up. That's kind of a problem, actually. I think I'm going to hold this till the later game, use the True Server Champion earlier. Alright, he's going to play 2/3. Well, that's sad. I could coin this guy out, totally waste the heal. No need to do that, though.
Reporting for duty.
Let's just make myself a little silver hand recruit. And take it slow. Flesh and Glats getting True Silver Championed Esperanto. I hope you like design languages, because that's getting killed Esperanto. Let's go ahead and coin out the True Silver Champion. Swing. The healing was wasted there. If you attack with full health, you waste the heal, which is a bit sad, but it's not the end of the world. Next turn I can drop this dude down. I did use my coin, but I can drop this dude down, kill off that thing, and get ready to play this, plus some creatures, which will be nice. Scarlet Crusader. That's actually a very good card. Kills everything I have and doesn't really suffer much. Let's go ahead and kill that guy off. And play this. This actually is a pretty decent answer to Scarlet Crusader. The Scarlet Crusader doesn't want to pop its Divine Shield against the Morgushan Warden, and then the Morgushan Warden can actually kill it and survive with 1 health, which is kind of neat. Ah, Direwolf Alpha. Good play. Now that I've used up my guy... Oh, he actually gets to kill this shit! Oh, fuck. He actually gets to kill it. Fiery War Axe. I actually... It had been so long since I played, I actually forgot that, like, Fiery War Axe was a thing. Okay, well, this sort of blows monkey-ass chunks. Because everything I play sort of dies to that Fiery War Axe. I could play Sword of Justice and finish off the Crusader the old-fashioned way. Yeah, sure. We'll do that. So we'll kill this thing. And what I'm actually going to do is make this 2/2. So my opponent is kind of a lose-lose situation. He doesn't want to lose the wolf to this, but he also doesn't want to waste his axe against this. So unless he plays a taunt, something's got to give. I feel really good actually having 3 health coming back, because I am getting kicked kind of hard here. Win for your Harpy. Oh, Jesus. That is a creature. Man, I need something on the board. So I could, like, do... Oh. Well, I can't say I didn't get a little bit lucky there. Let's play the Blue Warrior. Now, I could actually almost buff it to take out the Harpy. I could play this, and swing at the Harpy and just kill it with my weapon, but I'm taking a lot of life, or taking a lot of damage. Well, hang on a minute, I can actually humility. Ah, that's the play. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do humility. And now I can swing and use my last durability to kill off that dangerous creature last turn. Okay, well, situation here is I'm low on life, and that's dangerous against warriors because they do have Arcanite Reapers, which deal 10 damage a pop over 2 turns. Plus, you know, Kor'kron Elites and other charging stuff. I don't have any taunts right now. My Morgushan Warden got killed. That is a big enough problem. And this wolf! God, this wolf is making it rain. Oh no, he's gonna trade the wolf in. Alright, fine. You do what you want to do, man. Let's think here. I really wish I could pump this by just 1, and I cannot. I cannot panda it and have it pump itself, although that would be cute. Alright, well, I think the play has got to be humility. I don't see a better way of doing things. So we're going to pop Divine Shield. Let's put Divine Shield back on. Let's put a Grizzly in the way. I still have 3 healing in my back pocket. I just really wanted to put the taunt and the Divine Shield into place. Ah, he's gonna get to kill my Grizzly. Maybe I should have put the Divine Shield on that, eh? Oh, this is a pretty good card too. Well, I'm in trouble now. That's actually a really good card. Because I can do this now. So I can finish off the Taunter without dying anything. I can finish off his Dwarf without dying anything. I'm like using really good grammar here. Dying anything. And, what is this, max 4 health? It's currently standing to just get popped. I'm gonna actually...
Me, friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. We can pop divine shields against each other. That sounds awfully dirty. Hey Paladin, you wanna get together and pop our divine shields against each other? Okay, let's see what my opponent has. He's got some nice cards. I have a pretty weak one. That's pretty good. That's really good. It's gonna be very difficult for me to take all this stuff out. This I don't really mind so much. Well, can I get a silence? I haven't drawn my silence yet. Can I get a true silver champion? Nope, that's not gonna do it. Oh boy, well I think we gotta do this. So we're gonna... Oh, this is terrible. We're gonna swing like this. But I've gotta take care of business here. Gonna throw this guy away. Gonna... That. Let's heal myself. Make a 1-1. So here, my opponent has a card. I don't know how good or bad that card is. He gets the top deck first, but I have a board advantage, so we're like kind of even right now. I'd say in general, this favors the Paladin, all else being equal, of course. Top decks matter more than anything, but putting 1-1s on the board is better, I think, than gaining 2 life a turn. Oh god, Azure Drake is a really good card right here. I don't like that he drew a card. I don't like that he got a weapon. Fuck, that was incredibly good. Shit. So what he needs to do is smack this with his axe and kill it off with his merfolk. This makes it harder for me, in fact impossible for me to deal with both the Azure Drake and the Weaponsmith. A less skilled play... Nope, he sees it. Because see, this 4/4/1 could have killed the Azure Drake. It's a very skilled play of my opponent. I can kill one of his creatures, but not the other, so I need to rely on my top deck. So well, this is actually a very good top deck, so I'm fine with that. We are going to take out the Azure Drake and swing on by. Because when he runs this guy into my Violet Teacher, it's going to die. Oh my god, that Azure Drake was really good. Crap. So my opponent's definitely in the lead, because he's got 2 cards to my 0. Gorehowl, fuck me sideways. Motherfucker. Well, now there's just no way to win. That's such amazing card advantage, and I'm not close enough to burning him out. So that blows monkey chunks. Every creature I play just dies. Although he's gonna have a bit of a hard time killing me, I guess. I'm just gonna play 1-1s. You wanna have a Gorehowl? Fine, you have a frickin' Gorehowl. But I'm just gonna keep on making 1-1s and hope that you don't draw anything good ever. Fuck, that's a good card. Ah, jeez. Gorehowl, god damn it. That card is fair. I mean, I've seen people, you know, have it and lose, but it is a good card. Alright, True Zippo Champion, I have to admit, was a pretty good top deck. No need to play this whatsoever. You know, I could win this game if he just didn't draw cards. Like, Gorehowl means that I might still lose even if I keep drawing cards. The fact that he's drawing cards is just, I consider blatantly unfair. Well, this is a very tricky situation because I can't kill both of these guys. Oh, Azure Drake. Hey, there it is. There it is. There's my own Azure Drake. That's really nice. Sure, it dies, but it draws a card. And sure, it dies, but it gets big. And okay, so now we actually want to flood the board a little bit. What I'm going to do is... Well, these are actually pretty much the same thing, if you really think about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill that one, because that's the one that if my opponent has a panda, he could, like, attack and then, like, play the panda and then play it again. Okay, well, here we go. My opponent can, of course, Gorehowl and kill my shit, but not all of my shit. If he doesn't have removal, either the Flesh-Eating Ghoul or the Azure Drake are going to survive, and I might, you know, get a Stormwind champion and get back in this game. Let's see. It's going to kill the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. It's the bigger threat. Smart move. Cult Master. Oh, no. Jesus Christ. Fuck me sideways. That was really good. Man, every extra card he gets is just brutal. Okay. Well, we need to kill that Cult Master, unfortunately. That dies. I have to kill this. There's really no point in playing this. I want to wait until he uses up one more Gorehowl Strike before I play the Sen'jin Shieldmaster, because I don't want it to just die. I want it to actually, like, protect my stuff. That guy's pretty scary. I've used up, I believe, both True Silver Champions in this game. He's gonna hit me for a lot. Ooh, that's actually really good.
I can't do that.
Okay, so to play this, he could make a pro mind play. He could then like attack his Thrallmar into my Taunter, have that suck up the Noble Sacrifice, and then use the Gorehowl to kill my Ascension. That would be the most epic mind game of all time. That's, I mean, you gotta probably figure that any secret is Noble Sacrifice, so that's the correct play, I'd say. But if he tries to Gorehowl my Ascension, then he's gonna lose a Gorehowl charge, flush out the Noble Sacrifice, and then this guy is just totally worthless. This, of course, is assuming that he has no cards in his hand. As you can see, he actually has 3 cards, but I'm in desperate times here, so I have to assume that he has no cards. So he's thinking about whether that's a good play or not. Let's see what he decides to do. Oh, no! That's really good for him. He made the play! Oh, fuck, he made the play. Man, wouldn't that have been epic if it hadn't been a Noble Sacrifice? Like, if it had been, like, any other secret and he just swung into my Ascension and died? Fuck me sideways. Damn it. Now he gets to play other creatures and they all charge. Wow, he must be holding some weird-ass stuff. 2 cards, his creatures all charge, 7 mana, nothing? Alright. Harvest Golem. It's a bunch of Gorehowl charges. Well, it eats 2 of them. God fucking Gorehowl. I would have been look how, like, kind of okay I'm doing. I would have been totally fine without that Gorehowl. Alright, what have we got? 9 cards to 8. Oh, God. Well, I suppose it was about time. Bad shit started happening. He has seriously killed 4 creatures with that 1 card. Whirlwind! Oh no! That's not good. That is the opposite of, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Well, I'll take a look at what card I draw. I'll look at the card I draw, then we'll concede. How about that? Peacekeeper. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and concede a Rooney Adis. Gorehowl. I mean, the game was not going well, to be fair. And plenty of things would have sucked, but it's so frustrating to have to play against that. Did I see any oozes in this draft? I have been kind of playing fast and loose with the oozes. I've been assuming that they'll usually just be a generic 3-2 and not taking them, because we don't see that many warriors nowadays. Ironically, more since Battle Rage got nerfed than before, but still not that many. And rogues are just pretty much non-existent in the arena, and shamans don't often pull that axe out. And shamans actually are also quite unpopular, so I don't like taking that ooze as highly as some other good players, because it's just so many games, it's just not going to matter. Alright, Shaman. Raincaller the Shaman. What a name. What a name. Alright, well this seems totally fine. I think I just like all my hands with this deck, because I have nothing above 4 mana, so I'm like, oh, everything's 4 mana, nah. Alright, we'll play Noble Sacrifice early on here. It'll stop a lot of his 1 and or 2 drops from dealing damage to me. Not really planning to play either of these creatures unless I have to. I'd rather just play 1/1s and wait for this to be useful. Ooh, Spellbreaker. Good to see that. Happy to see that. Silence. It's my only one. Very important card in my life. The coin. Alright, here comes the coin. Always happy when you're first player and you see your second player use the coin. It's like, alright, here it is. That is actually a comically good time to drop a Worgen, because when he attacks in a Noble Sacrifice, he'll get damage down to 1, he'll get Wind Fury activated. You know what's funny though? I think actually it is the best plan though anyway, because it'll eat 2 damage off of him, and one of my guys can do the rest. Unless my opponent wants to like Forked Lightning to kill them both, but I don't really see that happening. Alright, he's going to make a totem, hoping for a taunt. He does not get it, although the healing totem is just as good, because it'll heal the guy back up to 2 health. I'll have to trade both my guys into it instead of just one of them. That's fine. So he gets 4 damage on me. Honestly, if that had been a taunt totem, things would have been way worse. Oh my god, he's actually going to kill one with a lightning bolt. So this is a very ballsy play by my opponent here. He is basically trying to take that Worgen all the way to the bank. I don't agree with that play at all, because at 4 mana is when Paladins have Hammer of Wrath and True Silver Champion to deal with your Shazat symbols. So, my opponent made a very big gamble. I don't think it was a bad gamble just because it happened to, you know, work out well for me here. I think it's just in principle a bad gamble. When the Paladin's coming up on 4 mana, don't gamble that they're not going to have what they need to kill, you know, your 2 toughness creature. Okay, well anyway, that was fine. We're just going to do this. And we're going to do this. Do I want a Divine Shield? No, that's dumb. We're just going to do this. Let's play this guy and this guy. Alright, so anyway, we got a lot of 4-drops coming up, so we got a lot of kind of strong plays that we could make. I could like Divine Shield, and then later bring him back to... I have lots of pandas. I could have Divine Shield, Panda, Divine Shield again. What's up, bitches?
Speak to me.
Spell Power. Oh, that needs to die. Well, Spell Power needs to die more than the Acolyte does, so we're going to kill Spell Power Totem. I could silence this... You know, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm actually gonna silence that guy. And I'm gonna put Divine Shield in him too. Because, yeah, I can pop this back into my hand. I've got 2 pandas. I can pop them back into my hand. No Probalo. And silence something else if I need to. Whatever, man. It's cool, bro. Nope, I got taunt. Can't attack me. I got taunt. Look at this grizzly bear. He's making it rain, guys. This grizzly bear is quality times. Okay, well anyway, this is looking at really good for me. I'm probably just gonna pop Divine Shield, spend a guy, kill Healing Totem, smash face. What else am I gonna do with my turn? I don't need to panda anything back. I'll probably just play an Ezreal Drake and make a guy. So since you always want to draw cards first, let's draw cards first. That'll be nice. Make this. I'm a little bit vulnerable to Lightning Storm, but the Azure Drake should survive unless he flips a Spell Power. Although if he does flip a Spell Power, I am absolutely boned. Anyway, it's a rare. I'm not gonna play around. A, he has Lightning Storm, and B, he beats 1 in 4 odds of getting a Spell Power Totem, so it's okay. Ah, Stormforged Axe. Hex. Hexing my 4/4? I'm alright with that. Killing my frog, why not kill the grizzly? That was a mistake, because he's taking damage from this guy anyway, you might as well just kill it. Interesting choice. Okay, well, Humility is nice to have as a reserve. Let's swing, 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 and think. Well, I really want stuff that survives Lightning Storm, that's my biggest vulnerability. So Chillwind Yeti, even with Spell Power, survives it. Ascension Shieldmaster survives it. Well, I've got a lot of, this is like the 4-drop army here. I've got a lot of damage. Notice how the Spellbreaker, the 4 damage is really good. It helped me kill the Lord of the Arena really easily, and it's just doing good damage. Got another Lord of the Arena, because if it didn't work once, maybe it'll work a second time. Oh man, it's just the greatest feeling when you're like, please play just a random big creature, please. And he plays a random big creature. It's so awesome. Alright, now I have a couple of ways of dealing with that guy. I mean, I could Humility-fy it, and then Yeti, plus I'll throw away the 1-drop. This would allow me to get some damage in with this guy before panda-ing him back. That seems pretty good. That just seems really good. Okay, well, hang on. So the alternative is to hang on to Humility. The way I would do that then is I lose the chance to attack with this guy, but I can panda him, play him, give Divine Shield to the Yeti, pop, attack. That actually seems a bit better. It puts a 5/4 on the board. I'll use the bigger panda, because why not? Do I want to play this sword? Oh, yeah, I should have played that first. So this panda would be even bigger, but that's fine. Alright, so we're going to put a Divine Shield on that. Swing, 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 swing. I don't want to swing with the sword. That would be silly. Okay, my opponent. This is a lot of damage. See, these are all like 2-mana, 4-mana creatures. These are all 4-mana creatures, but a lot of 4-mana creatures on the board is actually a formidable army. Alright, he's gonna try the big old taunt creature a 3rd time. I don't think it's gonna work out for my opponent, unfortunately, because I'm pretty sure I can just kill him now. So I mean, 3, 6, yeah. This is totally fine. Wow, this was a really good game. It's amazing how good just a bunch of 4-drops is. Like, I don't have a late game, but I think maybe the lesson to take away is the reason I'm able to win games is that I have a huge spike at 4 mana. So, like, my 4 mana creatures are kind of substituting for my late game. And some of them are kind of big, like the Chillwind Getty, the Old Brewmaster, Ascension Shieldmaster's pretty large, the Violet Teacher. A lot of good cards in there. And the Trickery, of course, with all the pandas and the Divine Shields. So I drafted Divine Shield really hardcore, but now playing this game, I wonder how good this deck really would have been if I didn't have those pandas. Because pretty much all my victories involve panda
You asked for it.
activations. And so I wonder if perhaps I'd be screwed if I didn't have the pandas. Okay, well, let's keep that hand. This all seems totally fine. Do I coin out a Pine-Sized Summoner on turn 2? I can play a 3-mana creature. I don't have any of them. So I'm probably not going to coin it out. I'll probably just wait and see what he plays. What she plays. This is nice as removal. I definitely don't want to just play it against a mage and have it die. Okay, still all 4-drops all the time, so we're going to just pass. Very unlikely that my opponent has nothing here, and I can just play a Pine-Sized Summoner in peace. I'll probably end up having to play this. Aw, fuck. That's unfortunate. I can't kill it. It's 3 health. This is going to die to the Mana Worm plus Hero ability. Best case scenario. Worst case, there's a spell, and then this Mana Worm gets pumped and kills the Pine Size. But if I had played the Pine Size on turn earlier, I guess I could have swung it in and then played this guy and killed it. Maybe I would have been better off in that case. All I can do now, though, is just this. So this will obviously die in 100 different fashions. And then next turn, I probably actually do need to just play the Senjin. Arcane Intellect, buff the Mana Worm, well played, sir. Because Ascension actually kills the Mana Worm. Whoa! Leaving it alive? Kids. 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 Never leave creatures alive against a Paladin. I mean, I guess if he had hit it, the Bluegill could have finished him off, and I could still do that, but this seems pretty good. I mean, it's pretty easy for a mage to kill this, but you might as well make him work for it. So, this is 2 cards in 1, but it's already paid for itself. I killed a creature, plus he's going to have to spend a card to kill it. Frostbolt is the best way, deals 3 damage for 2 mana. Anything less good than Frostbolt, and I'm already ahead in this game. You always kill Paladin's creatures. I didn't follow my own advice in one video, and it cost me big time. Okay, he's got the Frostbolt, it looks like.
Put this apple on your head.
No! Well, he could still have the Frostbolt. Yeah. Why'd you say? He pointed it at me, slow-rolled it. What a douche. Anyway, let's actually go ahead and kill this guy. I could play a Senjin. Actually, I think I need to play a Senjin, because if I put this and just make a 1-1, I'm falling a little bit behind here. Let's put the bigger creature on the board. It could die. I mean, it could die. He could, like, play a creature, Knife Fling, hits me, hero ability, trade. That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Make him work for it. He's got his own Tazdingo. I see what you did there, sir. Well, that means that guy gets to live. I don't have any way of killing this. I mean, I could Bluegill Warrior swing, but then the Knife Juggler survives. The whole point of trying to kill this is to get to the Knife Juggler. Let's actually just go ahead and play this. Draw card. Argent Protector. Oh, that would have been good to have. Crap. Well, that sucks. Now he can probably use the Senjin and the hero ability at best to kill the Senjin. And at worst, he's going to fling a knife into this and then not even have to use the hero ability. Alright, things are getting a little bit scary. Actually, Mage is just fantastic against me because Mages have the Flame Strike, and Flame Strike kills most of my deck. Of course it had to hit that! Jesus Christ. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I can
Mana
taste
edits.
the mana.
Okay. Yeah, okay. You do that. Well, let's go ahead and make some shit happen. First, we're going to play the Bluegill Warrior. All that piece of crap. And then we're going to play Argent Protector. Apple Doodle Doo. Now I could Panda this guy, but let's not be super greedy. Let's just go ahead and make a little 1-1. So that after this Divine Shield gets popped, either killing the Drake with the help of the hero ability or just killing this for free, my 1-1 can maybe threaten to kill it. Cone of Cold. God, that's such a good spell. Lord on a Pony, that's so good. Oh, God. Wow, that was a really good turn for my opponent here. Yep. Okay, this is bad. This is officially bad. Well, the Iron Fur Grizzly theoretically trades with these creatures. Let's just protect myself here. Big fat things, stand in front of me. I, the noble and righteous Paladin, will hide behind you. Well, I'm in real big trouble here, I'd say. 5 cards is more than I'd want my mage friend to have, and I can't keep any creatures on the board with this state of affairs. Oh no, don't silence that, you ass. Crap. I'm really getting a little life. So my opponent seems to think he's in trouble, because he's trying to race me down like crazy. I can't... Oh god, I don't have any of my humility or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and kill this, because it's a free kill. We're going to go ahead and panda this and replay it. The question is, which panda do I use? 4 plus 4 is 8. If I did the little panda, I could also play like a pint-sized summoner. Actually, that could be useful. Yeah, we're going to do it.
Drink with me, friend.
So the pint-sized summoner, not that relevant mana-wise, but I'm dying this game, so I might as well just play my cards if I'm not going to be able to spend them anyway. And this guy could get pinged off by the hero ability, which is nice to keep in mind, because I really want to play Stormwind Champion and actually have creatures on the board when I play him. No, don't do Conical. Don't do it. 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 Uh-oh. That's serious. Well, at least he's not doing anything terrible to me. This guy, oh my god, this guy actually gets to survive for a turn. Holy shizatsicles. Nope, you do have to attack the taunt. My opponent clearly knows you have to attack taunts. Silly rabbit. Taunts need to be attacked. I have 2 turns with which to get a humility effect against that thing, and that is not one of them. Now, actually, what's cool is I get a little bit of a mana discount here, which is nice. Yeah, we're gonna play the Stormwind Champion. I mean, you clearly have to.
Oh, the might of Stormwind.
And let's actually... Well, I think I want to play the Shattered Sun Cleric here. Question is, what do I Shattered Sun? Probably this. Just to make it as honkin' big as possible. So I could, of course, kill the Spellbreaker with my Mogushan Warden, but the problem is that would drop him down to 5 health, which means this guy could kill him in 1 shot. I want to leave him at 9 health, so it'd have to be this guy plus other stuff to get by him, even if that means getting rid of one of my creatures. The creature that I want to get rid of, I think, is this panda, because I'd rather keep the pint size around for the mana, since this is like 4, 8, 11 mana here, than keep around the panda, whose only real saving grace is that he deals an extra point of damage. Well, I mean, my opponent can always come back, as fucking mages can always come back, but Flame Strike doesn't quite get the job done. It would just let him kill the Warden and the Shattered Sun and the Pine Size, but not the Stormwind. And anything else, and all he's doing is going to be killing this. I mean, Fireball or Polymorph would kill my Stormwind Champion quite nicely. He'd probably want to do that, if he's got it. But, I mean, I've got some good plays. What has he got for me here? I am down to 13 health. Ah, Cone of Cold. Okay. So he freezes everything. Plays the Cobra to threaten to kill it again. The freezing stuff is so good. I guess it means he doesn't have anything better, which is nice. I'll take what I can get at this point. I'm gonna leave my Pint-Sized Summoner around and really try to give that damage, huh? One of these cards might be a Pyroblast or something. Otherwise, why would he be so protective? Like, why would he really go after my health and leave the Pint-Sized Summoner around? Maybe he thinks the discount's unimportant. Okay. Well, I could actually do this again. I could play the Mogushan Warden and play him back. He would be unfrozen, but he would actually just lose the the blessing. So, sad as it is, I actually have to lose my Shattered Sun Cleric to kill that thing, because I don't want this Warden to die. I really want my opponent to have to waste a Ravenholt Assassin attack on it. There's nothing else I can really do. I mean, I can, like, Panda my Stormwind Champion to, like, put him out of harm's way, and then drop him back down. I could Panda the Pint-Sized Summoner to heal her up.
Let me think.
Yeah, maybe that's a good play. I'll Panda the Pint-Sized Summoner to heal her up. Drop her back down, because the mana is... Well, is it still useful? No, I could just play like 2 of these cards. I'm just going to play this.
Attention, class.
and this. So I have a really, really epic board here. My opponent has to use this guy if he wants to kill the Mogulsian Warden in a direct fashion. And of course, Flame Strike would still pretty much win him the game. Yeah. Uh-oh, that looks like a Flame Strike incoming for sure. There's no other reason to smash that thing with the hero ability. Yep, Papa Boris calls him like a pro. Now, the good news is that actually a whole bunch of stuff survives. The Golem, the Violet Teacher, the Panda even. He can just kill my Warden, but that's about it. Alright, I guess that could have been a lot worse. Let's see what I get here. Spellbreaker. Yeah. So we have to kill this. It hits me too hard. I have no silences. So it sucks, but I'll do it like... Whoa, hang on. So this Panda's dead to hero ability next turn. I'm actually going to spend the Panda, because this guy can actually survive. Swing, swing, play. Alright, what did you got, buddy? Flame Strike. Now, a second Flame Strike just flat out wins the game. But I have to run into it. I can't afford to hold back. I mean, in 2 turns, I'm in Pyroblast range, so if he's holding that, I'm in trouble. Ah, crap. That's really, really bad. He does not have Pyroblast. If he did, he would have swung at me. Emperor Cobra. Alright. No Probalo, sir. No Probalo. Kill off the harder hitting creature. Very smart. Chillwind Yeti is cheap. I could silence this thing, which would be funny. Yeah, we'll have to go for it. This is a 4-3 body. He needs to get on the board. I can't afford to lose any more health, so we're gonna do that. Just play everything out. Well, we're both in top deck mode. My opponent does have 2 cards, plus an OP hero ability that lets him pluck off all my finest creatures. But if by some freakish miracle he doesn't have anything good here, like Ice Lance or something weird, I guess I could catch up. That guy's pretty good. I'll have to expend some resources killing it, because I really can't afford to get hit anymore. Or can I? I could start to try to take risks. We'll see what this last card is. Nope, nothing that he wants to play. Stampeding Kodo! Not enough! Oh! I'm gonna hold on to this. What is that? Is that like a fireball that he's hoping to burn me out with? I can't risk it. I just can't. My guy is not quite killable via OP hero ability. I'm gonna hang on to this Kodo. We're in top deck mode. He's probably gonna be playing whatever he drops, and it's not super unlikely that he's gonna drop something small. Or I still have, like, I'm pretty sure both my Humilities and my Aldor Peacekeeper are in here, so I could do the combo. So Peacekeeper it, and then play the Kodo. I've used both my Pandas, so I know that once I play the Kodo, it's not coming back into my hand. So I have to preserve it. It is a precious, precious thing. Fireball. Okay. This looks like another Fireball. He could play it. No? Okay, so that's definitely not another Fireball, or else he would have used it. This is actually a pretty good top deck. It heals me up. Might be a Pyroblast, in which case I lose. And you know what's really funny? Had I played the Kodo last turn, I would have won this turn. So I made the wrong call there. A Pyroblast right here will finish the game for my opponent. Or like a Fireball and a Frostbolt, or a charge creature and a Fireball. Novice Engineer could draw him the win. Pyroblast is still playable. Zerdrake, now he can no longer win, I don't think. Mad Bomber. Wow, that was an accurate-ass Mad Bomber. Wow, that was very bizarre. My mage friend just never got any more Flame Strikes or Pyroballs or Fireballs or anything. I will take the win. Alright, well, like I said before, you will be able to keep me to my word that I will show all the arena runs, win or lose, because you will always be able to check my gold, and you'll always be able to see the order of the creatures, or the hero classes. That's really the best way, because the odds of getting the same exact order left to right are pretty much impossible, so I'd have to, like, do some crazy-ass shenanigans. What a weird pack. I guess I'll take the Dust. This is a common card of my choice. Actually, you're never going to craft common cards. This is just 60 Dust. It's 1/16th billionth. It's actually like one, I don't know what the fraction is, like 1 gajillionth of a legendary. But 2 packs. 2 packs is great, and what is this, 190 gold? I'll take it. Alright, so if you enjoyed the video, do please hit that like button and the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it tremendously. And if you just can't get enough of Papa Boris, let's commence Papa Boris' Happy Fun Time bonus hour, taking a look at our packs. Oh my god, Secret Keeper. That's good. I think I have two golden ones. That's a good card. Alright, I think I have 2 golden lightning storms though, or am I thinking of a different card? We'll have to look and see. This pack is a little bit more mundane than the last one, and we've got a massive spell. I actually like that card a lot. I'm glad to have it. Uh-oh. I have an extra rare. Yeah, probably that Secret Keeper. I just can't stop finding those. Okay, since this is Papa Boris's Happy Fun Time bonus hour, we are going to actually look for my lightning storms. Yep, I got 2 golden ones, so yeah, I'm going to disenchant that for 20 dust. I know I really should disenchant golden cards because it helps you get a complete set faster, but and I did kind of disenchant some like my crappy gold commons like Fen Creeper. But the really cool cards like the good rares like Lightning Storm I want to keep as golds because they're pimp, you know. Alright, here is the honesty time, keeping me to it. I think probably what we'll end up doing is playing a hunter. So, win or lose, you'll get to see how that goes for good old Papa Boris. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Papa Boris playing Hearthstone Arena. If you enjoyed it, once again, please hit like and or subscribe, and I shall see you next time with some Rexar hunting action. Till then.